What I'm holding in my right hand makes me feel like I've finally arrived as a silver stacking YouTuber.
T.
Hey silver fans, this is T and you're in the place to be for silver education, acquisition, and entertainment. Hey, so what am I holding in my right hand here? A key to my very own P.O. box. And I had several people reach out to me asking me about sending me things, and a fellow stacker, a fellow YouTuber, one of my viewers. And so, hey, I finally went down to the post office and got myself a P.O. box. So I feel as if I have finally arrived. This is like a benchmark moment. And I just wanted to share with you a little bit about my silver stacking YouTubing journey. This is going to be a short one, and I'm going to kind of tell you about where I am at as a content provider as of right now, today, January 4th, 2021. And it all started on November 1st. I finally took the plunge and decided to publish a YouTube video. And prior to that, it was a little bit of paralysis by overanalysis. And then I finally said, what the heck, let me just do it. Whether I'm ready or not, here I come. And so I took the plunge. And that first video, November 1st, you can go back and check it out if you'd like to take a look. Since then, I made 21 videos. And I kind of made a variety. Of course, one of my very first videos was about my favorite coin, the Mexican Libertad coin. And then I had a kind of a silly, goofy one about collecting physical precious metals as opposed to stocks and ETFs and things like that. I've made poetry, I've made jokes. I did a video that somehow got picked up and I wouldn't say went viral, that's too strong of a term, but it performed way better than any of my other videos. I have no idea why my video, Confession of a Broke Silver Stacker, just took off the way it did. Most of my videos have 30, 40, 50 views. This one has well over 1,000, and perhaps it just struck a nerve. Hey, we've all been there. We've all been silver stackers and not had the fiat capital ready to make purchases that we've wanted to. Maybe that was it. Maybe it was a YouTube algorithm. I have no idea, but if you haven't seen it, check it out. Then I made a Mount Rushmore video, and I decided to talk about my 4 silver stacking YouTubers that I think are worthy of a spot on my personal Mount Rushmore of silver stackers. And check that one out if you haven't had a chance. And if you're wondering about this particular ring that I'm wearing right here, it says Chicago on it. Be sure to take a look at my video on America's first commemorative coin. It was involved with the Columbian Exposition in 1893, the World's Fair. If you like history, hey, that's a good video for you. And then most recently, I've made a video called Collector versus Stacker, some more humor. I try to make things interesting for you. I don't want to put anybody to sleep. And my most recent video prior to this is about gold. Yes, a silver stacker talking about gold. But I don't think we can ignore that precious metal. Even if our heart is with silver, you've got to keep an eye on the gold and do what's best for your stack. So I've learned a ton about video editing as I've made these videos. And one of the things I learned is I have so much more to learn. And so I'm going to try in the upcoming days, weeks, and months to try to get better. Along the way, back in December, I hit 100 subscribers, and boy, what a threshold. That was such a challenge. It was like an uphill battle to hit 100 subscribers. And now it seems like people are discovering me at a clip of about 2 or 3 per day. But at first, I had to scratch and claw for every one of those subs. And I'm glad that, I'm making these videos and that somebody out there, somewhere in the world, is finding them and watching them and finding some value in those videos. I've had viewers message me from New Zealand, from Sweden, from all over the world. And it's just really fascinating to me that we can connect in this way. And I appreciate all of my viewers. And guys, thanks for your subscriptions and having faith that, hey, you hit that subscription button. T is going to come up with something interesting in each of his videos. I even did a giveaway along the way, and that was quite an experience to learn how to do that. And along the way, I've also, as I discuss many of these benchmarks that I've reached, I've had some help from some experienced YouTubers. Silver Bean Counter, Silver 5150, Silver Britches. Those are just three to name a few that I reached out to and said, hey, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I'm a new content provider. I love stacking silver. And guys, you guys know what you're doing. Can you help me out? And boy, I was so impressed that each one of them got back to me and gave me some tips and some constructive criticism, but most importantly, some encouragement to keep on creating. So to those three guys, I say thank you. Hats off to you guys. And what a great community we have. It's been a really positive experience from the viewers. And so those of you who take a minute to give me a comment or hit the like, I really appreciate it. It's been a good amount of laughs along the way as well, mostly me laughing at myself. But I appreciate if those of you who've watched my videos and have gotten a kick out of it and it took a minute to tell me, thank you. All that is my encouragement. That's my fuel to do more. I do have ideas to do some new things, and I hope people appreciate that I have kind of a unique take on things. I don't want to tell you the same thing that's been said in 25 other videos. And maybe I'll say something that's similar to what you've heard before, but I want to do it in a package that is entertaining and hopefully teaches you a little bit along the way. Those are my three pillars: education, acquisition, and entertainment. I always want to try to do my best to tell you where you can find some of this silver that we all know and love. Wrapping up, I do want to provide some encouragement for those who are on the fence about whether they should or whether they shouldn't become YouTube content providers and be the next, fledgling Silver Dragons or Silver Bean Counter or Yankee Stacking or one of the greats. Hey, all of those guys started with under 100 subscriptions, and look where they are now. And my encouragement to you is just take the plunge. And yeah, you'll probably be terrible like I was at the very beginning. Not that I'm any good now, but at least I'm learning a little bit more and more along the way. I hope to continue to improve along the way. Those of you who have watched my videos probably have noticed some of the lighting is not the best when it reflects off my coins. So that's one of the things I'd like to improve: lighting and also sound. I did cheap out and bought an El Cheapo microphone, and maybe sometime in the not too distant future I will upgrade. I constantly want to improve because the content that I provide is for you, and I want you to enjoy it to its fullest capacity. And like I said before, I was just going to keep this one short. I appreciate you watching to this point. If you ever have a chance, please go back and take a look at some of my old stuff. One of the things, if you are one of those people who are on the fence and getting ready to start your own YouTube channel, one of the things that's a bit of a challenge is that you put thought and effort and creativity into a video and you realize, like, well, 16 people watched it and that was it, and maybe you got 4 comments. So if you happen to if you're jumping on my channel now and you missed some of the earlier stuff, I sure would appreciate it if you'd take a look at it. You might get a kick out of some of the stuff that I've put out there when I was first starting. So anyway, I want to conclude by thanking everybody once again. And yes, I do have a P.O. box now. I will leave that address in the description below. So if you want to send me something now, you've got a spot to send it to. And I know it sounds kind of silly. And by the way, P.O. boxes are really cheap. If you're an aspiring YouTuber, just know it's super cheap to get a P.O. box. So Anyway, I'm going to conclude by saying thank you. And remember, as always, my wish for you as a silver stacker, as a gold stacker, may your premiums be low and your stacks be high. T. Oh, hey, and one more thing I just remembered. One of the members of our community just had a baby, and that baby is ill in the hospital and is going to be under the care of doctors and nurses and healthcare providers. Of course, with the love of his mom and dad, hopefully will be okay. But he is okay with the community praying for that baby of his. So for a PPP, pistol packing pilot, this one's for you, buddy. I hope anybody watching this right now sends a little prayer up to the big man for your little man who's battling right now for his health and well-being. God bless.